Hey guys, Daniel here. Long time no see. Haven't made a video in quite some time. I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit, but before I get into that, me and my wife, Eileen, as you may know from the Pendulum Girls with Eileen and Mandy, in which I am referred to as Dan the Tech Guy because I do all the filming for them. Me and my wife has started getting out into nature more. We have taken up kind of like photography, I guess you want to say, but it's more about, it kind of works hand in hand with us going out hiking these nature trails. We've been doing some birding, we've been doing some nature photography, some landscape photography. I tell you, it's really helped open up my creative side. I tend to be a very creative person. I did a lot of creative writing, poetry, growing up and when I was a young man. I dabbled in digital drawing and digital art. I didn't seem to have too much of a flair for that. But I'm very creative by nature. I tend to be able to just come up with scenarios on the fly, like a lot of improv type stuff. And I've always had a thing for videography and photography. When I was doing my paranormal research, I was the video and photograph analyzer because I had an eye for things. I could see when something was manipulated or if it was an artifact. Speaking of which, we caught a great, genuine orb in our garden. My wife took a picture with the new camera, and cameras only see half the color spectrum of the human eye can, but they see like 10 times wider spectrum of light. We only see a very narrow beam of light. So when you see, you know, what we call orbs, it's a genuine thing. It is a genuine module of energy. It's just the light that it emits, we usually can't see with the naked eye, but the camera can pick it up. And one of my very strict guidelines, because I take a scientific approach to everything, to if an orb is real or not, is it self-illuminating? Does it actually emanate light of its own accord? That's one of the several frameworks it has to fit into for me to say it's a real orb. Now, there are orbs that may have been real that I couldn't declare real in my investigations because they didn't fit into all of the brackets that I've created to, without a shadow of a doubt, say that is a real orb. So self-emanating light, self-illuminated, where it radiates its own light, if it is obstructed by something, because typically people get a lot of lens flare or they get a lot of specks of dust in front of the camera, which comes across as, oh, look at all those orbs in that dusty basement. But if you see a pinpoint of light, a bright radiating point of light that is partially obstructed by something, well, that can't be right up to the camera. That is behind your subject. So that typically, that's a very strong characteristic of a genuine orb. The other one is that orb, if it is close to something, next to something, being obstructed by something, is it illuminating the object that it's touching? And if it is, well, then that's the proverbial nail in the coffin. It is a 100% genuine orb. Now, what are orbs? Orbs aren't necessarily ghosts. Orbs aren't necessarily a ghost sucking energy out of something else to try to manifest. Orbs are orbs. We call them orbs because they're little balls of light. No one really knows what they are. We know that we can generate them by running a microwave on high for like 30 minutes. You can start photographing orbs around the microwave. It is a form of energy that just exists. Sometimes it can be generated with static generators, things like that. So a lot of times they occur naturally, but they are an energy source, and they are their own type of being in a sense. They're there. We just can't really see them. I'm getting off topic here. The point is I got sidetracked there from what I was saying. I apologize. I tend to do that a lot. Any of you guys who've been watching a long time know that. The point is, we've been doing this photography, and it seems like a good camera. So I'm doing this video, one, as a test, because I'll be shooting Pendulum Girls for Eileen and Mandy, probably with this camera. weekly pendulum readings. 2, there's a couple things I want to touch base about with this video. And 3, it's just I haven't reached really out to you guys in a while, and I kind of want to bring you up to date on where I am in my journey, and hopefully it'll allow you, give you permission to say to yourself that if you've kind of run a course with something, you don't have to keep pounding that horse with it because that's what you're supposed to do. It's okay if your journey shifts. It's more important to go with the flow and direction your journey is taking you, even if it takes you away from something you were very passionate about once. It's okay to do that because you're constantly going to shift. But what you'll find is you may come back to that, and then that may reinforce something that you've now learned when you went over here. So let me first start off with where I began. With me and my wife have taken up this, hobby photography, and we're trying to get out and get moving. We're both larger people. We're trying to do more and get more active, and really it's about reconnecting to nature. This whole thing for us has been about getting out of the house, getting off the electronics, reconnecting with nature. Now it's kind of ironic because we're still looking through a video screen, we're still looking at a piece of electronic equipment, but it's kind of after effect. That's kind of an afterthought. We get out, we get into deep into nature. We're taking these hikes down these trails that go deep through the jungle, not jungle. The heavily wooded areas we have here in some of our nature preserves. We're going to wetlands. We're kind of going, whenever we have opportunity to, we take the camera out and find some place. And we explore the place and we experience it first. Then, once we've experienced it, we try to figure out, that would have made a nice picture, or, oh, look, there's such and such a bird that we haven't photographed yet. And then we start taking our pictures. That reconnection with nature is so important for all of us, to reground ourselves and our energy back to Mother Earth, because we get so caught up in our day and so caught up in the reality TV that has become our news, where the agenda pushing and propaganda, it gets us in a tizzy, and they want us just to be angry and hate each other, and it causes such a stir of emotions, and really just mucks up your energy. That was muck with an M, mucks up your energy. It's not good for us, so it's important to reconnect to nature. Now, in doing this, I posted a video, not of my own, I shared a video of somebody making an insect repellent with essential oils, vanilla extract, and witch hazel. And I posted that without testing it, and that's usually unlike me. I tend to be a little particular. I know it doesn't look like it. I always come on camera disheveled. I need to shave, I'm fat. But I am actually particular. If I give information, I usually do my due diligence. And I am a very intelligent person, and I try to come across intelligent. There's times I put my foot in my mouth and I just spew something out of my mouth that I may think is how something is, but I may be off base because I didn't do my research. And those moments not only are embarrassing, but it's uncharacteristic of who I really am. So I try to really know what I'm talking about. If I'm coming to you and I'm saying, this is good, or this is what you should be trying, I should know what I'm saying. So, in an early morning endeavor, I went to a local park right up the street from our house, and it goes down, and it's a pretty densely wooded area, and there's a trail that goes through, and it goes right down along this kind of marshy edge of this, they call it a creek, but it's pretty wide. It's nearly a river that runs past our neighborhood here. The biting flies and the mosquitoes were just insane. Now, I had already made up a batch of this stuff, but I hadn't tried it yet. I made it after I posted the video. I sustained at least 20 or more mosquito bites. Had a couple of ticks on me. And 3 or 4 spots where I literally was bleeding from the biting flies taking a chunk out of me. So I thought about it, and I said, I'm going to make a video about, I want to test the bug spray. I actually made a video in the woods that day. I didn't have a tripod or any proper equipment. I was doing the high-angle selfie thing that people do, and I was trying to record a video with the camera that I'm filming on now. And it just wasn't working out. I'm going through some physical issues right now. I'm having some spinal difficulties, and I need surgery on my shoulder. So there's a lot of physical impairments that I'm dealing with right now. And to hold the camera up while trying to not let my bag with the camera equipment lay on the muddy ground as it rained the night before, it got very awkward and shaky and wobbly. So I'm kind of doing it as a part of this video. So where we're at with this, I mixed it up, took it out, spritzed it lightly, went back to the same spot the very next morning. Nothing bothered me whatsoever. A couple of flies kind of landed on me for a split second and flew away. I heard some buzzing around my head. Not one bite, not one landing. So if you saw that video, if not, if you want to scroll back up the Facebook page, and if you're a YouTube follower of mine that don't go to the Facebook page, if you look up Advanced Angel Cards on Facebook, you like the page and you can see the video. It's a very simple recipe, real clean and easy to do. And I actually have Aromaland essential oils. I'm a distributor of it. And I have the little pump fragrances, so I just dump one of them out from the Christmas fragrance, rinse the bottle out. It's a little like stainless steel pump bottle. Filled it up. I keep it right in my car now. When I go out, I spritz down. The stuff works amazing. It doesn't smell terrible. I mean, it's a little essential oily. You know, some essential oils have that kind of, you know, essential oil smell. But it works. So with that side note out there, I'm testing the camera, and to reiterate, I think it's important that everybody, the information I've been getting recently is that everybody should be trying to reconnect with nature. So with that out of the way, quickly touching base, I've been getting away from the angel card stuff, and a part of me felt guilty about that for a long time. I still work with the angels every day. Before filming this video, I invited in the Angelic Collective. I said what I always say. I invoke Michael, Raphael, my healing angels, my communication angels. But I've gotten away. Part of it was laziness. Part of it was not feeling well. Not really time. I've gotten away from doing my weekly readings, obviously, and then they went to monthly readings. I just haven't done it. And I think it's because, again, I almost feel guilty to say this, it's not that I want to do wrong by my viewers or if I have fans, so to speak. It's just I'm not feeling that right now on my journey. And the last few readings I gave, I felt were forced. I did the reading, I read the cards as I know them to be, but I was doing it because, I have to put this up. And I realized when I felt that way, it may have been time for a change. I may have to take a break for a while. So I apologize for not putting up videos, but I can't apologize for my journey taking me in a different path right now. I'm not abandoning this channel. I will post videos as they come. I strongly feel like I'm going to be getting back into channeling. I'm trying to do some channeling for you guys tonight. And it just may take that course for a while. This may be a little less about angel cards and more about messages from spirit. Or it may be about nature photography, or where I see divinity in the smallest things, like a hummingbird at my feet, or a dewdrop on a flower. So I just ask you guys bear with me. If you like the stuff you start seeing, please comment. Let me know. You can comment on the video, comment on the Facebook post, personal message me, email me. Whatever you guys wish to do to reach out to me, we greatly appreciate it. Give me some input. Let me know if this matters to you, or if it means anything to you. If I post a video or I post a picture, I want to know that if there's one person out there that finds solace in it or finds a meaning in it, then I feel like it's still worth me doing it. I'm going to continue to do it as I do it for the passion of doing it. So I can't put a timetable to it, and I can't say, okay, every Monday or every second Monday of the month, as I post things, I will do the same as I always do. They'll go up on the Facebook page. The video will be uploaded to YouTube, and then it'll also be linked through a Facebook post. As far as my general nature photography, I'm going to start posting some of my more portfolio-worthy works probably on Instagram. There is some stuff I've been posting to my personal page on Facebook, but I'm probably going to set up an Instagram account just for my photography. and hopefully we'll have some neat things. I'm going to put up the orb post, and I'll put a link to that in the video description, I guess, so people can check that out, the orbs around our plants. So that's where our journey has taken us. Eileen is still doing the Pendulum Girls on a pretty much regular basis, but we've just been on this kind of like withdrawal, like we've been pulling our energy back and trying to recenter and reground. We're going through some transitions as a planet and as a society. There's been a lot of negativity and hatred and fear being stirred up by not only the actions of men, but the media and our governments are just perpetuating it with the way that they're presenting the information to us and the way it's being beaten to our heads 24 hours a day. The wording they're using, the semantics they're using, it's all to just instill this unrest and to distract us from what I don't know. I'm not about to launch into conspiracy theory at this point in time. But it's not a good place. So we have to detach from all that stuff, return to a center point, bring our energy back together, and this is one of those times where it's more about going within than it is going, outside, trying to spread our energy and go here and experience this, go here and experience that. I feel greatly right now it's time for us to really go more inward than outward, and just reconnect, recenter, because all of us are on a roller coaster right now. The energies are very scrambled as our solar system and our galaxy is moving through the universe. We're coming into radiations and energies and things that are making the sun unstable. It's making the atmospheres unstable. And it's all stuff, it's not bad stuff. It's not Armageddon, end of days. It's just changing. And when this stuff changes, as we move and traverse through this energy field that we're moving through in our universe right now, I'm talking science now, not spirituality, which they go hand in hand. As we move through this, we have to change. If we fight the change, it's going to be not a pleasant experience for us. If we kind of go with the flow, it'll be a more positive experience. For some reason, I've been quoting Lao Tzu, who is the father of the philosophy of Taoism, or Tao. Let things flow forward as they must. It's just, you can't fight it. Just relax your arms and legs, float in the stream, and let it take you wherever it's going to take you, because you can kick and scream and paddle and grab and dig your feet in, but guess what? You can't stop the river. It's going to put you where it needs you to be, regardless. It's about it. The difference is are you going to get there in one piece, or are you going to get there with bumps and bruises? So with that little piece of information, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'll be right back, and we're going to see if there's any messages that want to come through tonight. So here we go. We're going to see if there's any messages for us individually, or as a society, as a planet, as a whatever, plane of existence. It's been a little while since I've full-on channeled. Usually if somebody comes to me and I'm trying to help somebody, I get into what I call the flow, and I just speak without thinking. And it is a form of channeling, but it's more like I'm focused. I just start trying to give them my take on their situation, or a point of interest, or some sort of tidbit of help, and as I start talking, it just starts flowing, and it just never stops. And that's what I call it with the flow. I've been doing that, and I channel like knowledge in that, like, there'll be something I need to know or something I need to do, and then I just quiet my mind, and suddenly I know how to do it, or I know what to say, or what have you. This is my everyday stuff. This is the stuff I've done since I was a child. The channeling, the actual sitting here and just letting them speak through me and bringing forth these messages, as Daniel, but being downloaded the information as I speak. That's something I've been doing for a few years now. I don't proclaim to be some great psychic or a channel of the Lord or anything, but this is something we all can do if we just allow it. But I haven't done it in a while, so I'm probably a little rusty, but we're just going to do a quick session here and see if there's any messages that they may have for us. And we thank you, Daniel, for inviting us in today. And yes, we do have messages we would like to share. For all those watching and all those who those people are... I'm sorry, that's me interfering. I'm trying to translate. Forgive me. Thank you. For all those watching, and for all those who will get this information from those watching, who are themselves light workers, who are themselves messengers of this message. Your world is surely in upheaval right now. There is an earth saying, things are always darkest before the dawn. Well, rest assured, the dawn is on its way. Your civilization has struggled for quite some time. And right now, it seems like you're at the pinnacle of fear and of hatred, war and anger. But this too shall come to an end. The energies that are coming to your planet, though tumultuous, are actually assisting you all as human beings, as divine beings, to evolve your energies and your very DNA to rise above the bonds of financial slavery, to rise above the pigments of your skin, and to rise above your human emotions. This evolution does not happen overnight. This evolution may take lifetimes for some, and maybe days for others. But make no mistake, the evolution is here. For thousands of years, what oracles and prophets have spoke of one world living in harmony and peace, a true utopia, is on the horizon. For some, it may not look very different from the world they live in today, for they're already experiencing utopia. For others, it'll be a drastic change. But change is good, my children. Change is what takes us to the future. As your civilization and planet rises to the occasion, and awakenings occur, not only spiritually, but within the own human psyche, that makes them realize the errors of their ways, makes them realize the harm that they are doing with their actions and their beliefs. As these awakenings occur, the evolution will start to process more and more rapidly. Now, do not confuse our words. We do not mean you're going to evolve to a whole new being. Humans have been humans since they've been created, and they will always be humans. The evolution we speak of is evolution of the mind and soul, not so much the body. As we evolve as beings, whether it be human, animal, angel, as things evolve, surely their bodies evolve too. But there has been a lot of misconceptions with the coming evolution. There's been a lot of false prophecies of this coming evolution. You will know that you are living in a new time. But you yourself, physically, won't be much different. Cellularly, you'll be different. Emotionally and mentally, you'll be different. And even spiritually, you'll be different. You will not wake up and suddenly be an alien being. You will not wake up and suddenly be a plant, or a bird, or a fish. These are not the evolutions we speak. This is an evolution of your intellect, of your intelligence, of your emotions, of the way that you see the world around you, the way you react to the world around you, and the way that the world around you reacts to you. And you will know oneness in the way it's been described by prophets and oracles for thousands of years. We are here to assist anyone who asks for assistance in finding a way to glide down this path the easiest way possible. What we will tell you here and now is to open your hearts and open your minds. If you're Christian, we will say to you, the new covenant of Christ is love each other the way I have loved you. There is no room in this covenant for judgment, for hatred, whether it be race, nationality, religious belief, sexual orientation. All those cards are taken off the table. We use this example because this is what Daniel's faith is. But make no mistake, all faiths, whatever name you call your God, though it is all the same constructed divinity, all of your personal identifications of whatever you choose to align yourself with as God, all of your texts say the same thing. There is no religious text on this planet that calls for war and mass genocide. These are misinterpreted words by extremists who look for reasons to bully and kill. The covenant of your God is peace and harmony. Now, for those of you who have no faith systems and believe that this is all just individual choosings and this is all the way the world is, you too must evolve. So to you we will simply say, treat each other the way you wish to be treated. Pick a person in your life that you want to put on the highest pedestal possible. A person in your life that you just love and cherish so much. And put that person's face on everyone you see. And even if they do not reciprocate your love and acceptance, it's okay. Your job isn't to change them. Your job is to change you. When you change you, your kindness and your love, though slowly, will begin to be a reflection in the mirror, and others will have no choice but to lift to your vibration and fall into acceptance of love and harmony. But you all as individuals have to do your part. And it's not about preaching, and it's not about spreading the word, and it's not about telling other people what they are supposed to do. This message, in many formats, whether it be lyrics to a pop song, whether it be bumper stickers on your cars. This message is spreading around the world. And if you wish to see this done, you have to start with yourself. It is not until you are fully open, and you are fully accepting, and you are fully loving, that those around you will start to shift. You cannot tell them that this is what they need to do. You cannot explain to them that this is the only way to fix anything. Just do it. And when you do it, others will start to follow. People may notice a change in your demeanor, and they will ask, what's the secret? What have you changed? And you can simply tell them, I've just accepted love as my religion. Love as my religion. A religion that does not discriminate. It does not set bias. It does not condemn. It is all accepting. It is all forgiving. It is love. These messages are not new messages. These messages have been brought through Daniel as well as Eileen in the past. But not everybody has heard these messages, and not everyone has accepted these messages. So we will repeat this message as often as it takes until people start to hear and abide. People are too often to use God or their holy text as an excuse for hate and bigotry, and it's all lies. It's all misinterpretation. It is all desperate words of fools being spewed out in buildings, convincing everybody else that this is the way that God wants it. And I will tell you firsthand, this is not the will of the divinity that you refer to as God. This is not the will of us who are here helping and assisting you as early creations of the Creator. This is not the way that it is intended to be. Thousands of years have passed since men have walked this earth. We have watched it all. From separations of continents, an evolution that changed pigment and speech and language and beliefs that were dictated simply by region and language, has created a separation in mankind. You now label your nations, you label your ethnicities and your nationalities, and you develop classes of race. There is but one race on the planet, and that is the human race. Pigment of a man's skin, the shape of a woman's eyes, none of these things change who they are. An ignorant person is an ignorant person regardless of their race or ethnicity or background or where they were born or where they now live, how much money they make. Everyone within your civilization is at the same point of evolution. Government structures have certainly been corrupt and have caused some outlashings by those who feel oppressed by our government and by our financial burden of slavery. And when we say slavery, we do not mean slavery as you may know it in your history. We mean slavery as it exists today in the financial industry that has created this slavery. If you wish to live, you must work and work and work and work and work to put food on the table and keep the bills paid. These are the slavery that we all exist in now. This again is not a new message, and this is a message that is being spoke of quite frequently right now. Because as your civilization crests this mountain to see the sunrise on the other side, resistance will be pushing back harder and harder as you attempt to crest that peak. Detach. recenter, reconnect. Unlearn the programming that you have been given by your media, by your religions that are speaking falsely of God's Word. Wake up in the morning and set your intentions. Today I will live in love. Today I will live in peace. Today I shall live in acceptance. Today I shall see all men and all women as my brothers and sisters in divinity. I will accept all of my brothers and sisters into my heart with love, even if they do not want to be accepted, even if they do not accept me. I will accept them, and one day they too will accept all who come to them. Everyone's progress is different, but you cannot let another's progress who is not caught up to yours, or another's progress who is further along than yours, deter you from your mission and your goal, which is to obtain that vibration and that frequency of peace and love that is going to single-handedly spread like wildfire and finally transform the existence that you know, breaking the chains of slavery and showing you the light so you may live in peace and harmony. The only way to defeat the fear and the anger and the violence is to rise above it. And as you rise above it, there'll be less and less resonating in the lower vibrations. And when there's less and less in the lower vibrations, there will be no one left to fight. There'll be no one left to hate. There'll be no one left to spew words of bigotry and violence in the Lord's name. And only then will you be prepared to move forward and shift your reality as you know it to one where you can live in utopia. We leave you, my friends, with that concept, with that belief system. My religion today is love. My religion tomorrow is love. My religion for eternity is love. Guess that's it. I have to play that back. I kind of go in and out during those things. Hope that reached some ears out there. I hope it did some good. Check back. I'm going to post that orb picture because I just think it's so interesting in the link or in the description of this video. So if you're clicking through from Facebook, just go down to the description link. If you're following me on YouTube, the video description will be a link to that photo. It's pretty neat. And then once I get a proper Instagram up and running for those who want to follow my photography endeavors in nature here, I will, in the next video I make, I'll be posting the link to the Instagram account for this. I got to think of what I want to call it. I don't want to just keep using advanced angel cards if what I'm going to be doing isn't necessarily angel cards. But it'll probably be something angelic because that's who I am, it's what I resonate with. Thank you for watching. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe, share if you think someone else could hear this message and get something from it. And love is all you need, people. Have a good one.